Microsoft's brand new Surface Go 2 is here with a larger display. Let's take a look. Microsoft just released the brand new Surface Go 2, and well, let's take a first look at it here. Starting with the unboxing. So this is the box, looks just like any other Surface box. Microsoft has been using the same design for several years now. Real easy. Specs are on the back, multiple different languages, but it makes it for a really easy spot to just slice open that thin plastic covering, and we will get this new guy out of the box. It is the smallest level guy, or smallest entry level guy in the Surface family here, starting at $399, but we will get that plastic taken off here, and you can see it looks like well, the last generation Surface Go 2, but it does have a slightly larger display, which we will talk about here. Pulling this thing up out of the box ever so gingerly there, and there you go, you've got the covering. Get everything cleaned off there so it's nice and pretty for the brand new reveal, and we will get the box pushed out of the way here. Pull this thing back and let's get that cover off for the there it is. Everybody knows that feeling and how good it is. So this is the Surface Go 2, kind of first hands-on. There is the bottom side of my chin as this thing boots up for the first time, but let's see what's else in the box. Pretty standard affair there. When it comes to Surface peripherals, we've got the instruction manual. Now this is also the LTE variant, so you can see the SIM eject tool there, the little instruction manual, nothing all that surprising. Like I said, SIM card, and that's it. And then in this box is the Surface Go 2 charger, which looks slightly different than some of the other Surface chargers you may have seen because it just directly connects into the wall. So it's a nice big wall wart. So if you've got that issue, just keep that in mind, that it is going to take up a lot of space if you've got a crowded plug area. So, well, let's talk about the Surface Go 2, if you will, because I've had it now for honestly about 24 hours, maybe even less than that at this point. So there's not too much we can really say wholeheartedly about performance and everything else, but a couple specs here. It is running an Intel Pentium Gold processor at that low end. In this year, it is the 4425Y. So it is a slight bump over the other one, but you can get it into the 8th gen Intel Core M3 processor with Intel UHD graphics on version 615, 4 or 8 gigs of RAM, again starting at $399 and working your way up that price ladder. Still disappointing is that the entry-level $399 model does use that very slow eMMC memory. If you go for the 128 gig versions or on up, you will get a proper solid state drive. Now, this is actually the Surface Go 1, and I'm going to throw up some pictures here of comparing this guy, the original Surface Go, to this guy right here, which is actually the Surface Go 2. And as you can see from pretty much all accounts, it looks, well, exactly the same, minus the bezels are just a little bit thinner. I would not call this a bezel-less device or anything like that, but they are a little bit smaller, and you don't really notice it until it is side by side. That is where you will notice the difference here. No surprise there, but it does make the device look just a little bit better. And hey, I will take that extra half-inch screen real estate at no additional penalty in price or anything else. Got to give it to Microsoft there. That's a nice little bump, kind of a freebie at that same price point. Now, the interesting thing is it is a larger screen, and actually the PPI, or pixels per inch, is increased from 217 up to 220. A couple other things, it does support Wi-Fi AX. It also has Bluetooth 5.0, and like I said, this one has LTE Advanced. This is the Qualcomm variant chip in there, and so you've got LTE goodness. No 5G, obviously that could be a downside, but we've all heard that those 5G modems are not cheap, and given how the market is right now, LTE Advanced is perfectly fine. And so I've really not had enough time with this to give you any sort of like hardcore in-depth look about whether or not this is the next greatest and whatever best Surface device. This is the entry level where the Surface brand starts. I can tell you that it does look and feel exactly like a last generation Surface Go, minus, like I said, the screen. So if you like the first Surface Go, I can tell you, you more than likely will like the second generation Surface Go 2. It is coming out here in a couple days, starting at $399, and we'll have a lot more on this channel, but this is your first look, your unboxing of what is going on with the Surface Go 2.